Episode 29, 29, coming on time in your mouth. What? So, welcome to another episode of The Battlefield Show, episode 29. How you been? Hope you're safe and well, as always. Hope you're alive. To any English people, English bastards, any English people listening to this in England. Hey, what's it like? Now that yous are all out and about, driving to your partner's house for a pump, you know, breaking the law, saying to yourself, it's been weeks without my hole. If I was going to get the virus, I'd have fucking got it by now. So get your fucking pants off and get in the back of this Ford car and fucking for Queen and country. How you's been, man? Episode 29, as always, thanks to everybody who listens, subscribes, got in touch. It's weeks and days. I mean, it just doesn't even exist anymore, you know? It's all just mashing into one continuous fucking time zone. I was reminded yesterday, in fact, when this first started, my wee Mags, she was having a bit of a flaky at the start because my mum's not really online. I wouldn't say that she follows the. She wouldn't go into depth on a subject. Let's just say, whatever she hears in the news, she will take as fact, right? As the vast majority of the population in this country will do. They'll watch the BBC and they'll be like, oh my God, everybody's going to die of the coronavirus. Whereas there are some others who know that the government's full of shit, doesn't care if you live or die, and never believe a fucking word the BBC tells you. So she was a bit freaked out at the start of this whole thing. And she's like, am I at risk? Am I going to die? Is this how it ends? And I can remember saying to her, think of it as a Sunday that lasts for 3 weeks. Think of it like that. Every day's Sunday, you've got nothing to do, you don't need to go to work, everything's tickety-boo. And what, are we 10 weeks in now? How many fucking weeks are we in this? I can't believe that I've survived this long without going proper fucking mental. There's not even been a waiver, you know? Not once have I almost had a full meltdown. But I don't want to say it feels like it's never ending, because I heard today that our fearless leader Nicola Sturgeon is almost, apparently is ready to discuss the possibility of at least loosening some of the lockdown measures in Scotland. What that will be, I don't know. My problem with all of it is, as we see how some people in England have reacted, as we see how people are still handling this fucking poorly right now, I just don't think you can trust normal people. Right now, you might be listening to this and you're going, but big man, we're normal people. We're not normal people. If you're listening to this, you're not a normal person, right? You're better than them. You're above them, okay? I'm talking about normal people. Normal people who sit in on a Saturday night and watch Ant and Dec's Takeaway and think it's the greatest thing that's ever happened. Normal people who just accept everything that's told to them. That's not us. We're not normal people, right? Even the day I had to go to the post office, the missus is a business is booming. Business is booming, eh? Those of you who are furloughed, or those of you who are just in the house, 100% salary. You lucky bastards! Buying stuff online. Keep it coming. At the post office today, 2 pensioners. Now there's a queue. It's a Scot Mid stroke post office. and there's a queue outside, it's still amazing that people don't know what 2 metres is. I noticed that a lot of the signs now are saying 2 metres and then in brackets 6 feet, because they're going, wait, where's 2 metres? Where's 2 metres, Franco? I'm feet and inches, I'm old school. See if you don't know what 2 metres is. See, when it comes to social distancing, surely you would just overshoot it. Would you know? No, nobody's ever, especially when it's guys. I'm like, guys have been lying about length of stuff for years, their entire life. So why is it now you suddenly choose to come shorter? If you're in a queue and you're going, I don't know if this is 2 metres, tell you what, take a fucking step back, cunter. How does that work out for you? Nobody's going to come up to you in a queue and go, excuse me, mate, you're actually at 2.2 metres back there, so would you mind just shifting forward 0.2 of a metre just to bring you in regulation social... Thank you very much. Yep. Just stand back, man. How hard is it to fucking stand back? I don't know where this obsession with people wanting to get close to each other is. I couldn't, even before lockdown, the thought of fucking having to stand close to the general public made me physically sick. Just stand back a bit. The worst of it is when you are, you can clearly see there's a good bit of distance between you and the person in front of you, right? I know what fucking 2 metres is. Huh? Okay? I'm 6 feet tall. I'm standing going, if I was to fall, collapse in my head now, would my fucking nostrils touch the back of his trainers? Unlikely. I'm far enough back. But then I've got some prick up my arse. Less than a metre away going, get fuck! What's the wingspan on your average human? That must be 2 metres. Huh? You fucking... If I can swing my hand behind me and knock the taste clean out your mouth, you're too close to me. That should be social distancing. Forget metres and feet, because there's idiots out there, right? They walk amongst us like normal people. Social distance should be, we should all be windmilling. A spin a rooney. You stand in a spot, you fucking get the fists out, and you a full 360. 5 spins on the spot, and if you connect with anything, you're fucking too close. We've all seen these videos, right, of the, I want to say he's Russian just because he's got that stereotype. He could be fucking, he could be from Dundee, I don't know. The big fucking slappy guy who's built outside the house, and all these wee twigs seem to come in and just go, oh, dish, and then he fucking winds up and then fucking shiklacky. Makes them forget who their fucking Monda is. Power of that slap. He should be the social, I can't even say the word there. Social distancing man. Get him to come up in a queue. You know, and he stands 2 metres for you, or what you think is 2 metres, and on 3 he's going to unleash hell. And if you're within 2 metres, you're getting that right in the side of the puss. People would soon start to... Everything that I talk about comes back to violence. Everything. Every single solution I have to any problem is kill people. Is this how Hitler started? Is this how the Third Reich started? Hitler just sat about going, fucking... How is it pensioners don't know how to keep 2 metres apart? Next minute, burn them, turn the oven on. So with the post office, we're queuing to get in, and this old dear just fucking blazed past. What? Just blazed past. The full queue, straight in. Who the fuck? Now, did I miss something here? I know there was some shops opening up at 5 in the morning so the pensioners could get in. But is this now the unwritten rule that they just fucking blaze in? Nae queuing. Here's the other thing that's getting me right. See if there's any pensioners still right now, to this day, out and about without a mask on. Get them in the fucking van and get them in the sea. What hope is there? You know, I'm saying to you, you're an old cunt. The chances of you surviving this are slim. Alright? you're effectively a walking dirty sponge, right, of disease and virus, and you could be spreading it about. So just stay in your house. Okay, stay in your house, son. I'm going to get to the post office. Right, we'll see when you go. I'll tell you how to do it. Put a mask on. Oh no, fuck that, carry on. We need you to make sure you keep your distance. Oh no, I'm an old cunt, they can move it my way. Can they, aye? Fucking. I think it's true in society that we would accept, especially in Scotland, I would stretch to say as full as the UK, that there's something about people when they get to a certain age, they have given up all fucks and they become more of a bastard, shall we say. You know? And it almost feels as if they have to be given a free rein because they're old. No. My grandfather, growing up, the best grandfather ever, one of the best men, an incredible man, very kind man, generous man. See the last 6-7 years of his life? A fucking cunt. An absolute fucking cunt. And you know what his memory is? An old cunt. You don't get a free pass. Especially no with everything that's going on now. So the old fucking deal just blazed in. Woman behind me kicked off, right? I think her exact words were, "We're fighting a losing battle, son." I was like, "You're right, hen. You're right." She was fully masked up, to be fair to her. So she may have said something else. I just heard I thought she said we're fighting a losing battle. I said, "You're right, hen, we are, aye." Then I gets into the post office and standing there, I'm doing my bits and pieces. The woman who was behind me in the queue comes in and goes to the next person who's serving behind the desk at the post office. And the guy says to her, "I'm sorry that took so long. I couldn't get her to stop talking." Right? Classic old woman. She's just out for a natter. There's fuck all today. Right? Buying a book of stamps or something. Good fuck. And the woman says to her, she just blazed in. She just walked straight in, right past the queue, straight in, no keeping her distance, and she just walked straight up here. That's why I was annoyed when I came in. And then the guy behind the till said to her, "Our neighbour's actually just passed away." Who gives a fuck? Who cares? What's that going to do it? Why are you acting like a cunt, mate? My neighbour's died. What? That's got nothing to do with anything. Woman done her business and we both went on our way. But the number of old people who are just kicking about like it's a normal day is unbelievable. Now, I don't know where you live. Some of you may be more rural. You may not see a lot of people. But I'm in a city, man. You know, I'm in Leith, I'm in Edinburgh. And the pensioners, the number of pensioners on that street every fucking day, it's unreal, man. And this is why I think, like, this is why I start to worry that it's going to take such a long time for this to get back to normal. If you think about what life was like at the start of March before this happened, if that's what we're classing as normal, right? You wouldn't be mistaken for thinking this could take another year to 18 months to get back to that. Because even though we are, 8, 9, 10 weeks into lockdown, there are people out there who still do not believe it's real and who are not taking this serious. And it's so frustrating now. That people now are getting frustrated. And I think that if things are eased in Scotland or eased across the UK, I think it's only going to add to the problem. Because like I said earlier, people are stupid. Right? This idea that we can't pitch things anymore or explain things anymore to at a level that you want people to understand. You need to start putting messages across at the bottom. At the bottom level. There's a reason why newspapers like The Sun and the Daily Record and all that fucking garbage are written for 12-year-olds. That level of reading, That's what they're written as. So that a 12-year-old could read these papers and understand it, because that is what the average person in this country understands. And they're not getting that things are very, very serious. People are still dying. People are still losing their lives. Educated people, clever people, people who have got far better understanding of not only the current situation, but viruses, virology, health in general, are telling you that there's going to be a second spike. We don't know if the second spike is going to be worse than the first. You know, best case scenario, it's the same. But yet still people out and about, travelling, seeing friends, you know, going around each other's houses. It's insanity. And the worrying thing is, I'm sure most people have seen videos of these fucking arseholes in Glasgow and across the UK, especially in London, having these rallies, meeting up saying, it's all lies, I'm a man, I'm not a number. What hope do you have? But I'm now at the point where I'm going, not only do I not care about these people, I am past the point of even trying to engage with someone like that in conversation. Past it. And images like that on the media, that it affects things negatively. Because here's the problem with it. When the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, whatever, broadcast videos of these idiots holding these rallies in London or Glasgow, wherever it was, and you see them being led away by the police, and just the sheer number of people who were there, the majority of people, right, the average person, they're not sitting at home going, isn't that disgraceful? Why are they doing this? People are losing their lives. They're looking at those videos and they're saying, look at all the police that are standing next to each other without masks on. Look at all the press that are standing next to each other without masks on. Maybe this isn't real. People are clearly out. People are clearly close to each other. No social distancing. But nobody here has got the virus and nobody's dying. So nobody's watching these videos and thinking, this is terrible, why are they doing that? They're watching it going, maybe this is bullshit. You look at the way people reacted this weekend, right? Myself included, to the fucking football going back on in the Bundesliga. I've never knew there was so many German football fans out there. Everybody going mad for it. I've made fucking currywurst and I'm having a pint. Good for you. These things across Europe, Australia slackening the laws, New Zealand pretty much going back to the way it was, football starting up in Germany, other parts of Europe slackening the laws they've got in social distancing and what businesses are allowed to open. That's only further adding to the fact that people in this country are going to start losing patience with the current situation, I think. And all I worry is that people are going to be putting their lives and other people in danger because it's going on too long and there's not enough. I don't know what we need to change. I don't know if possibly maybe in Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, or I mean, you're never going to get it for the Tories, but somebody has to come out and maybe tell us the truth, because we're not being told the truth. Definitely not. We need to be told more about if you have the virus, how long it lives in you for, what this second wave is going to be like. People need to have a bit more information, and if we're going to even consider slackening things in Scotland, people need to understand what's going on, because I still don't think people do. It's a worrying time, man, because we've came this far, and it would be a shame for the second spike to hit and to hit harder. I mean, even the conversations that I've seen about schools reopening, you're like, what the fucking hell is going on, man? What the fuck is going on? And you see people being interviewed, and the kids are like, I just want to get back and meet my pals. I'm fucking broken. Why are we allowing I don't give a fuck about your opinion. You're a child, mate. I want to go and see my pals. Of course you do. You're a kid. That's what kids do. You know, and then the interview, the wee guy's mum, she's like, I'm really worried about sending him back to school. Of course you are. Okay, any normal person would be worried. You know? And then you get some arsehole guy on, and it happened to be a dad. And do you know what? I'm sure he is an arsehole. It's time the kids went back to school, man. This is getting out of hand, you know. His exact words to it, standing with his son, think of the education he's losing. Think of the education, mate, yeah. I'm sure he was a top grade student when he was in school. See, if I was a teacher, and I know I joke about teachers, obviously, because it's not a real profession, you know, it's part-time, child-minded and whatnot, but you'd be fucked if you'd be getting me back in the classroom. Not a fucking chance. If the government was to turn round at the end of May and say, right, schools are going back 1st of June, I'd be like, you can fucking teach your own kids. Teach your own fucking kids. You think you're going to go back into a classroom where there's absolutely no way in God's green earth you could control social distancing in those situations? Absolutely not. Parents coming to pick up the kids, all mingling together, talking. There's no way that parents are going to social distance. Some might. The vast majority won't. Teachers, I would imagine, would be unable to do it. Whether the size of the school or the space that they have, they'd probably be unable to social distance. And also, as one teacher had said the other day in an interview, at some age levels, they have to sometimes comfort kids. You know, there has to be that physical connection sometimes with children, especially young kids. You know, if they're upset or they hurt themselves or what, sometimes they've got to be that. And what are you going to do? You're not going to embrace a child. They could use the cuddling sheet. Oh, they could use the cuddling sheet. What a fucking lovely wee segue that was. God almighty. Again, this is what this country has come to, isn't it? People with learning difficulties and they're fucking creating a cuddle sheet. Now, I don't know if that man is ill, if he has medical problems. If he does, I apologise. You may have seen the videos, you may not. A guy has invented what's been described as a cuddling sheet so he can cuddle his granny. Not a euphemism. Actually cuddle his granny. Now, the thing that I love the most is the amount of people who post these online going, no, you're not crying, I'm crying. What has happened to us? What has happened to us that this is moving people to tears? If you've not seen the video, woman comes out of her conservatoire, her and her husband, all cunts, right, pensioners, and the grandson, or what we believe to be the grandson, has invented this cuddling sheet, which is basically a sheet of tarpaulin, clear tarpaulin, and he's got 4 holes in it, I assume sealed, and then he's put gloves. So 2 gloves up high, 2 gloves directly underneath, and one person, your granny would go low because she's wee, puts her hands through there, and then you put your hands up high, and then you cuddle each other through the sheet. And you're probably thinking, why? Exactly, that was my first thought. Why? I mean, I know in their heads they're probably going, this is a great way to have a cuddle because it doesn't mean the virus can get you, and we're also no touching because there's a barrier in there. Again, if you watch the video, I don't want to be a cynic, you know, but it's probably half a foot too short and their fucking legs are dangling at the bottom. So if there is any virus, I imagine it's going to transfer through that point, skin to skin contact, especially with the age of that woman, the pensioner. I imagine her skin is falling off at a rate of knots. So let's hope for everyone's sake that that family is now fully infected and they're no longer with us in 7 days. A cuddling sheet. That's where we're at now. That's how much stress people are under. were inventing a cuddling sheet. And do you know the best thing? It's probably not even an invention. I guarantee you're telling me there isn't somebody out there who likes to wrap themselves in tarpaulin and have a cuddle. Of course there is. Of course there is. Cuddling sheets have probably been around for years, man. Huh? And see, if that's the case, why do we not just wear rubber suits? Why do we not just kick about in fucking rubber suits? If you really want a cuddle, put a fucking scuba diver's outfit on. Huh? Go in your granny suit, full tank, mask, flippers, the works. Have a roll about together. Oh. I'm loving this whole thing about, see, as soon as lockdown's over, I'm going to cuddle you. I'm going to cuddle you. I'm never going to let go. What? This is probably people who, I imagine after that first visit is over, people will go back to fucking avoiding their family at all costs. Fucking cuddle sheet, man. Oh. They should patent it. Fucking sell it. Make you sell a fortune. I'm the cuddle sheet guy. I fucking love cuddling my granny. I mean, there's questions there, you know. Questions to be asked. One thing that I saw that interests me was the greenhouses. A restaurant in Amsterdam has put these greenhouses at the end of, I imagine, what is their bit of road. The only way to describe it is their restaurant looks out onto water. And they have erected, good use of the word, they have erected small greenhouses at the bottom where normally there would have been like tables and chairs to dine outside. And these greenhouses are perfect size for 2 people. And they're talking about that this is going to be the future of dining when you eat out. And I'd listened to another podcast yesterday, in fact, that I was talking about something similar in the States where in America, because obviously each state is effectively its own fucking People's Democratic Republic. So they're all making up different rules, and one of the states had released its rules for allowing patrons to dine again in restaurants. Now, the Amsterdam thing was funny because the waiters and waitresses are all, I mean, head to toe PPE, right? Full like fucking butchers, serial killer aprons on, masks, gloves, the works, right? And they're feeding the dishes in on kind of long planks of wood, right? Now, what I love about this is obviously it's good advertising for the restaurant, right? First of all. And it almost feels as if like we are now going by the kind of like, if you don't see it, it didn't happen. You know, out of sight, out of mind, right? That's the phrase I'm looking for. Out of sight, out of mind. Because as long as they're saying, listen, you're sitting in a greenhouse, man, yourself, right? See, when you come out, we fucking blast that with bleach, you know? We scrub it down. We take it apart. We fucking melt the glass. We re-blow the glass. We recycle the steel. We bring a JCB digger in. We dig up this whole promenade. A guy comes in on Monday, relays the concrete. Clean as a whistle, right? Clean as a fucking whistle. The tablecloth that's on here, we set fire to it. We burn it after every use, right? So there's no way any virus can be inside the greenhouse, right? And when you arrive at the restaurant, we blast you with a water cannon and scrub you, you know, from 2 metre distance. We bleach and hot soapy water, so you're spotless, right? All our waiters shaved head to toe at the start of every shift. We shave them with a can of Lynx and a lighter. We burn a layer of skin from their body, fresh skin, every shift. Not a bit of virus on the cunt, right? Serve your food on wooden planks, you know, so we don't touch you, you don't touch us. It's in a kitchen. It's in a kitchen. Do you think if you go back into the restaurant, all the chefs are in there in the cuddle sheet making dinners? Of course they're not. It's a restaurant. They're moving about, screaming, fucking, wee chef, 2 black pudding, aye, captain. But again, out of sight, out of mind, you don't see that. As long as you just see somebody bringing dinner to you on a fucking plank of wood, you're like, oh, it's virus free, love. Somebody in the back there farting your dinner, sneezing, rubbing his balls on your fucking chicken Kievs. The conversation I heard on a podcast was talking about how groups will be limited, so no more than a group of 4 ever, which is fine. I mean, why you'd want to have more than 4 people for a dinner? I don't know. You can't have a conversation. You can't converse. No more than tables of 4. Distance. You'll be given a time slot to enter and leave a restaurant. People or guests, people who are dining out, may have to enter and leave the restaurant in a different way. You can't pass by people. There was also a discussion about the waiter coming around and regularly taking people's temperature at the table. You know, like when a waiter used to go and go, everything okay with the meal? Aye, it's fine, mate. And then fucking zap. Cunt's fucking 85 degrees, man. You get warm after you eat your dinner. Anyway. Huh? What are you going to do? They're going to zap you? You're running a bit hot there, big man. You're not fucking hell, I'll just undo a top button. I'm going to have to say, sir, if you can't drop your temperature within the next 5 minutes, we're going to have to ask you to leave. What is a restaurant going to be like? What is it going to be like? And are we really craving that? What is it we're craving? Because even now, I'll say to people, I can't wait to go out for dinner. But what is it I'm craving? Because I'm not craving the getting to the restaurant. I'm not craving that. I'm not craving the trying to find a parking space or paying 20 quid a taxi to get to a restaurant. I'm not craving that. I'm not craving the having to queue up to get to my table, being shown to a bar first for a drink because they've not got a table ready. I'm not craving that. What is it I'm craving? I'm not craving being jammed in somewhere, surrounded by people, listening to their fucking shite chat. I'm not craving that. I'm not craving poor customer service. I'm not craving that. I'm not craving some fucking idiot coming over, fucking up the order, knocking the table, some wobbly table. I'm not craving that. So what is it I'm craving? I don't know. Is it the fact that I'm craving somebody to make something that I can't make? Is it the fact that I'm craving it? I want to be somewhere other than my own home with the missus? I don't know. There are a lot of restaurants in Edinburgh that I've seen. Borough, 6 by Nico, that's the 2 that I've got the emails from. Is it Easel or Axel or something? Can't remember the name of that one. Where higher end restaurants are now doing home delivery. So you're signing up week in advance, so they have the numbers. The 2 that I'm looking at is 6 by Nico and the Borough in Leith. Was going to do 6 by Nico last weekend to try it, to check it out, but it was an Indian special they were doing. So I think 6 by Nico are picking a theme for the menu every week, and I was going to do it last weekend with the missus, and I didn't do it because it was an Indian one, and to be honest with you, the menu that was on the Indian, there was nothing exciting, nothing that either neither of us had ever tried or that you probably couldn't make at home really if you went for it. So I thought we'll wait and we'll do it when it's a nice menu. And I wanted to do the one from the Borough, but they had sold out within like the space of half an hour, so we couldn't get that. And then I had to sit the whole weekend and watch people posting pictures on fucking Instagram. The amazing dinners. Long story short, is basically high-end, medium, decent restaurants are offering a 3-course meal plus a bottle of wine. Now you're talking 50 quid, right? £50 to £70 with the price ranges. Now you're maybe sitting thinking, that's a fucking lot of money. But I'm telling you right now, for fact, if you were to go to any restaurant, even a shit restaurant, and the two of you and your missus or you and your partner, and you both have a 3-course meal and a bottle of wine, you're getting fuck all back for £100. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. You're getting fuck all back for £100. But yet here you are, 3 courses each and a bottle of wine for £50. Now, that's possibly making you think, you know, how much are they taking the piss out of us in the restaurant when we're normally there buying food? They're taking the piss out of you a lot, right? A bottle of wine that's costing them, what, £4 or £5 again? You're paying £22, £23 for it. But hey, that's the way the fucking restaurant game works. And the best thing about decent restaurants is they're unapologetic. You know? You think, hey, well, we share a bottle of wine. Like, you know, you've got the wine list, or you asked to see the wine list, and you're going, right, we're looking at £25 to £30 a bottle of wine. You think that's fucking taking the piss. But the restaurant don't come over and go, listen, we could maybe do this for you or that for you. They will say, hey, you don't like it, you can fuck off. And you've got to admire that. You've got to admire that. You've got to admire the whole fuck off attitude of the high-end restaurant. You know? You don't like it? Fuck off. Some other mug will come in here and pay £32 for a bottle of fucking Spanish red that they've never heard of. But 3 courses each, bottle of wine, 50 bangers. And I think that might be a viable future for a lot of restaurants. The costs involved in running a restaurant are astronomical. Astronomical. The rates that they will pay, the rent that they will pay for a space will be insane. There are some restaurants easily in the city of Edinburgh alone who will probably have to turn tables over 3, 4, maybe even 5 times a night because their space is so small, but their operating costs will be so high because they'll have to pay waiting staff, bar staff, kitchen staff, all of which are factored into the price of your meal. Then you very quickly realise why you're paying £15, £16, £20 a main, and why you're paying £30, £35 for a bottle of wine. Because all of these costs are factored into the food. Now, you strip all that away and suddenly they have the option to offer you as good a quality of meal but delivered at home for far less operating costs, because they will almost do this as like a catering thing, you know, like a wedding. They maybe do enough for 90 covers, they put 90 orders online, they sell out, you know. And you know, every single weekend, Friday and Saturday, you're going to do 180 covers. You can budget in for that. You can then start to offer meals that you know, one, are easy for them to mass produce, easy to then travel, you know, and be delivered, and third, easy for the guest, the person at home, to then play or recreate that. Suddenly that then becomes a viable option. And is eating at a restaurant in the future going to be something that's beyond the normal person's reach with regards to costs? Is it going to be like a chef table kind of thing, you know, where restaurants maybe have 2 tables in it? You know, they have enough to bring in maybe 10 guests a night, and you're looking at £200, £300, £400, £500 a plate. I don't know. Everything right now is up in the air. Everything's up in the air. Even bars. Think how many, by the time lockdown's over, think how many bars are going to have closed because they just can't. You're talking before this, there was pubs shutting every day in the UK. You know, and people are going, I can't wait to get back to a beer garden, can't wait to get back into the pub. How do you even know a pub's going to exist? How do you know that, again, to go into a pub, it's not going to be like £15 a pint because you're now having to pay that little bit extra to enjoy something you used to know, the nostalgia, the atmosphere of it. That's what you're going to have to pay for. Who knows? You know, none of us know. None of us know what it's going to be like. I mean, God forbid this happens again next year. God forbid. You know, or this second wave is far worse than the first. There are still, it's hard for us to think about these things globally, but there's parts of the world that are still waiting for the peak of the first one. You know, parts of South America. I had read that Argentina's stopping all flights in and out of the country. You know, they're still at that stage in their lockdown. Who knows what's going to happen, man? I think it's going to be an interesting next few months. I have no idea what my industry is going to look like. I don't even know what comedy is going to be like, live comedy. It may be a good thing for my industry, in my opinion. And what I'm thinking of it is that I think there is nothing worse than arena comedy. I think it's possibly the worst thing that's happened to my art form is arena comedy. Comedy with 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 12,000 people in attendance. I think there's nothing worse than it. Comedy is meant to be old school theatre. You know, not pantomime, but you're meant to be able to see them, touch them, feel as if you are part of something, both performer and audience. You know, for an audience to sit in a theatre, a beautiful space, or in a room of a certain size, 500 to 1,000 people, say, and to feel as if this is something quite special. You know, you're getting something different, not tailored because it can be the same show over again, but to feel as if you're close enough to see the performer and they're close enough to see you, to have that sense of this is an occasion, you know, rather than I am one of 10,000, I can't even see them on stage, so I'll spend my night watching it on screen. And the room and the space is so big that there's no interaction from performer and audience. It is plant feet, do the show, and fuck off. And then cash that sweet check. Of course, money is the thing. And money is what makes the world go round. This is all about money. Every single decision that will be made over the coming months is about money. And don't think for a second it's not. So my industry will be affected by it. I don't think gigs on that scale will exist anymore. I really don't. But does that mean that you're going to have to pay 50, 60, 70 pound to go and see one of the big comics in a smaller venue? Probably, because they're greedy fucking cunts. But then how does that affect the music industry as well? I don't know. That could be the other thing. Are concerts cancelled forever? Does that even exist anymore? Do festivals exist? You know, do festivals, are they just a thing of the past now? How could you safeguard that many people? Things like Glastonbury, for example. The sheer volume of people at Glastonbury. I mean, that's festivals within a festival. Could you see something like that happening again next year? I don't know. I wonder if how many of you have gone back to work this week. How many of you have been forced back? That's the other thing. You know, how many of you are actually? I suppose in a way, I was going to say that I'm one of the lucky ones that I'm not being forced back to work. Guys, well, I'm struggling. You know, financially I'm struggling, yes, but mentally I'm struggling as well because it's a huge part of my life performing. The weekends are the worst for me. Monday to Thursday I'm fine, totally fine. I'm used to being at home. I do a bit of work, I'll do the podcast, whatever. But Friday and Saturday, my mental health, my depression hits rock bottom because I'm used to performing, I'm used to travelling, I'm used to being away, and then come 8 o'clock on a Friday and Saturday night, I don't know what to do with myself. Because even though it's been weeks since I have worked, I am still You know, I've been doing this nearly 10 years, man. You know, I'm used to being in that mindset. But how many of you have been forced back to work in this past week with what Bojangles has done, you know? I was thinking the other day, thinking of people returning back to their work for the first time and they've left stuff in the fridge, man. Holy shit. You imagine going, some cunt has left a bottle of milk in here and now the milk has taken over the kitchen and it's holding the toaster hostage. There's got to be people going back to find life inside their work's fridge. You know, like full ecosystems. When I worked in an office, I used to love fucking with people when they put things in the fridge. And I know it's petty, and I know it's small. But anybody who's worked in an office, in a small office environment, will know, once you get to know people's personalities, you know what makes them tick. And if there is someone in your work who labels their food or labels their milk, they're the easiest people to fuck with, because you just take the label off. Or you write something else in the label and they fucking lose their mind. That used to be good fun, man. Always milk. People's milk. It's just milk. You know? How can we not just have communal milk? There's the milk, guys. Fucking plough in. No, I want my own milk and I want my name on it and I want people to know this is Sandra's milk. Well, guess what, Sandra? Your milk's gone for a walk. People used to freak out, man. Somebody's taking my milk. Oh. It's going to be weird going back as well, isn't it? It must be weird if you've been off for, say, like 6, 7, 8 weeks and you're back into work again. Must be odd. Because there's probably never been a time in anyone's working life. I mean, it would happen in school when you would all leave at the same day and you would all come back at the same day, summer holidays. And you'd have that 6 week, 7 week gap where you would see your friends, but there's obviously people within your year who you maybe don't socialise with, you don't see them. And it's the first time that you've seen them for 6, 7 weeks. So it's going to be very strange for people who are back in that kind of working environment where there's a large number of you, whether it be an office or whether it be even construction. You know, if you're working with a large group of people, it must be strange the first time you go back and you're all returning together. It must be that kind of, what the fuck's happening, you know? Who knows, man? Who knows? This has been quite a ranty one. I did not, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought this was going to be quite a happy-go-lucky episode when I sat down, and then I've just rabbited on for about 40 minutes, and some of it's been quite horrible in parts. How do we turn this round? Let's do some questions, shall we? Let's do some listeners' questions. Before I do, as always, if you want to support the show, the best way you can do it is subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Acast, Stitcher. However you get your podcast, whatever podcast player you use, please subscribe to the Battlefield Show. If you can subscribe to us in iTunes, leave us a 5-star review. It helps move up the charts and it helps the show be seen by others. If you would also like to support the show further, you can do so by becoming a patron, a Patreon. Head to www.patreon.com/Big Scott Gibson and you can sign up for as little as $5. That will give you access to an extra Patreon only episode every single week. There is also comedy albums on there, and more will be dropping soon, but it basically gives you a whole load of extra goodies, and once lockdown is over, access to free tickets for gigs. So if you would like to do that, please consider becoming a patron today. Patreon.com/Big Scott Gibson. Those of you who are on the Patreon will have the first episode of the little new interview kind of podcast thing that I'm doing called Officer's Mess, and episode 1 was with the living legend Gary Little. So episode 1 went out last week to patrons, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you to those of you who got in touch with comments about the episode and about the show. I'm enjoying doing it. There's another one coming out this week with the wonderful Jeannie Jones, who is a very good friend of mine. She's a stand-up and a GP, and we talk a little bit about comedy and also how she has felt the kind of brunt of the whole coronavirus situation with her day job, and we talk a little bit about that. So episode 2 with Jeannie Jones will be coming out to patrons this week. So if you would like access to the Officer's Mess along with all of the past Patreon episodes, then sign up today. Go to the website scottgibsoncomedy.co.uk. All the links are available there. Right, let's do some listeners' questions, shall we? Let's do that. Right, thanks to everyone who got in touch as usual. We got loads, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's have a wee look here. Douglas Anderson. Douglas is asked on the Patreon. Douglas, legend Battlefield, fully fledged, paid up member of the Battlefield Army. Douglas has asked, what sense could you live without if you had to choose between touch, taste, or smell? Jesus. This may be alluding to the fact that loss of smell and loss of taste has this week been added to the official symptoms of coronavirus. For some reason, the government was going, no way, man, taste and smell, fuck all to do with us. And then they have been forced to admit that, yes, a loss of taste and smell are one of the symptoms of coronavirus. Right, so if we've got to choose one to go without, taste, smell, or touch, probably smell. You're probably going to go without smell. Although taste, I mean, you don't want taste, right? Because you need to enjoy food and life, and you know, that tastes fucking delicious. You need taste, right? Because if you couldn't taste it, people would just be getting you eat shites for 50 quid. You know that, right? You know that. From a guy, that's what's going to happen, right? If you're in a pub with your mates, you know he can't taste it. Nothing, mate. You can give him anything. Can't he taste a fucking thing? Like cinnamon? Nah. Dog shite? Nah. You're joking. 50 quid says you only eat a dog shite. You know that's exactly what's going to happen, right? Smell. A smell part of taste. Do those two go hand in hand, so to speak? You know, can you taste without smell? If you've never tried it, you should get a wee bit of chocolate. What's better with dark chocolate? Like actual chocolate. Vegan chocolate is a good one to do it with. Vegan chocolate is the best vegan thing there is because it's just all chocolate. There's no shit in it. Put a bit of chocolate in your mouth. Hold your nose, right? And chew the chocolate. Let it sit in the tongue. And then let go of your nose and allow the air to flow through naturally, and you will see, or you will taste the difference in the taste of the chocolate simply by adding oxygen into the mix, and you see how important, you know, both smell and taste work together. So maybe smell, obviously then you wouldn't smell your missus' farts or the dog's farts. Jesus, the both tour managers' farts, man, recently have been fucking grim, like death rattles. You know, he done one the other day, and I was sitting just watching it. Silent, just he does wee silent farts. I don't know if that's because he's got a loose arsehole or something. You know, it doesn't catch an edge, but he just does wee silent farts. And I honestly thought the fucking Grim Reaper was here to collect me. It was like sulphur. I was like, what the fuck? Man, I can smell zombies. Maybe smell and then touch. You know, what do we mean by touch though? Do we mean we can't feel people touching us? You know, or we can't feel things we touch. I don't know. So that's an odd one. It's a tough one, Dougie. For the sake of moving this on, I'm going to say smell, big man. I'm going to say take out smell, so I can still taste and touch. The two taste and touch. Thanks, Dougie. Thanks for the question on the Patreon. Again, you too can become a Battlefield Army member. By signing up to Patreon today. So fucking do it, and then you can be Dougie's pal. Pair of legends. Right, let's look here. Facebook, David Exley. David Exley's asked, first treat when lockdown ends, a massage, mate. I said this the other day to the missus. A massage. I'm missing it. I used to go I treat myself every now and again, you know. No, every week, because that's extravagant, right? That's getting a bit weird. At least once a month. Every 2 weeks, I used to go to the Turkish barbers, right? I'm missing the boys. I'm missing the boys on Easter Road and the Turkish barbers. Good lads, fucking, you know, Turkish assassins who have been sent over here to lay low. You know, their hands have seen action, right? When they grip your shoulder and they position your head, you know these hands could snap you like a wishbone, right? That's what I look for in my Turkish barber. A man who has looked at another man's eyes and killed him up a mountain. That's what I'm looking for, right? Used to go to Turkish barbers, get the old barnet and the beard sorted out, because those boys know how to handle a beard. And then I'd toddle up to the Thai massage at the top of Easter Road. And I'd let those little ladies go to town on the knots and the stress in my back. Now, it's a good Thai massage place because reception desk, always manned, clean and tidy, no seedy. There's not a neon sign to be seen, right? So, because a lot of the problems with some of the massage places is you don't know if you're going to get the knots in your shoulder worked out or a finger up your arse. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. Either way, you leave disappointed. So, massage me. Once this is all done and we can go back to normality, I'm going to go to the Turkish barbers, get the beard sorted, and then up there to see my Thai princess. And I'm going to let her fucking elbow drop me for the wardrobe or whatever it is she used to do. Tiny wee thing, man. Tiny wee woman. But fucking the power in these horns, man. Jesus Christ. So that's what we need. Bit of de-stressing. What about you, Davy boy? What's on the cards? What are people going to do once this is over? I think holidays is probably a big thing. I think a lot of people will try and get away, escape, you know. A friend of mine says they're going on a cruise next year. I think you should fucking ban all cruises and euthanise people who want to go on cruises. Is that not how all this fucking starts? Just a sailboat, a disease, a cruise. Eh? Is it no time we shut down cruises? Who knows? But they're booked up, I think. A holiday would be good, man. Right, what have we got here? Andrew on Twitter has asked, if you had to choose 3 fillings for your perfect sandwich, what would it be and what bread? Now, this, Andrew, you've won bonus points for that follow-up question, because clearly a man who understands the important part of a sandwich. A good sandwich, and I'm going to go as far to say 70% of a good sandwich is down to the bread. There, I said it. Can't take it back. I said it. It's in the internet. Live forever. 70% of a good piece is in the bread. Now, you may have seen on Instagram that I posted up a picture of Arby's in Leith, which is a sandwich shop. We got a home delivery from them, and they basically send you all the ingredients and then you make the sandwich in the house, right? And I do have to say that having been to Arby's in person and bought a sandwich, and then having the home delivery system, I can confirm that there was not enough filling in the home delivery system. For a sandwich, it should be, I'd say you're looking at rule of 3, right? Perfect cross section of a sandwich. You're wanting third. Bottom third bread, middle third filling, top third bread as a minimum, right? If you want to extend that, you want maybe more filling to bread at a push, but that's your minimum standard, right? Whereas sadly, this was more like, 2/5 bread, 1/5 filling, 2/5 bread, right? They serve all their sandwiches on focaccia bread. Focaccia! And I've got to say, that is a damn good option for sandwich bread. Salty, good bit of give in it, absorbent as well. Can take a sauce, right? So do you know what? I'm going to just lock that in. Focaccia bread. What a fucking sandwich, man. Fillings. This is when it can get a bit interesting. I'm going to keep it plain and simple. I love a good tuna mayo. I love it, right? I love a good tuna mayo. But I'm going to tell you this. You can put sweet corn in it if you want, but just don't do it. Why waste your time? Why bother? You know? Why bother? Why deny yourself pure pleasure of tuna mayo by flinging in a few bits of corn and just ruining it? You know? It's not that it's bad. It's not that you're not going to turn it away if it's offered to you, but just don't do it to yourself. Just don't do it. Tuna mayo, can't go wrong. Wee bit of salad, ham and cheese. But if you're going to go ultimate sandwich, you're going to need chicken breast. You're going to need a chicken, right? You're going to need to cover that chicken, season salt and pepper, garlic, salt, and for a wee bit of spice, either some kind of peri-peri or like a kind of mixed seasoning, right? Even a seasonal. We'll go for seasonal. Over the top of chicken breast, wee bit of olive oil, get that in the oven, roasting, right? Roast that chicken breast, or roast that baby right up. Cooked to perfection. Okay? Now here we go. This is when it gets interesting, right? On the bottom half of your focaccia, you're going to lightly spread whole grain mustard. That's right. That's what I said. Whole grain mustard. Whole grain mustard. Whole grain mustard. On the top bit of focaccia, mayonnaise. Okay? Bottom half, whole grain mustard. Top half, mayonnaise. Then you're going to lay down a bed of lettuce. Right? Now, me, I would shred it finely. That's what I'm going to do. Lettuce in the bottom, bit of cucumber, okay, thin, and some thinly sliced tomatoes. Okay? You take that warm chicken breast for the oven, you slice it lengthways. You don't go, wee chunk, lengthways, long strips, and you lay that on top of the focaccia. Okay? And then you're going to hit that with a wee bit of cheese. Now, it's going to be a strong cheddar, right? Grated. Okay? Strong white cheddar, grated. And you're going to put that, not liberally, I don't want a large bit of cheese, just sparsely over the top of it. Make sure it's all covered edge to edge, right? Edge to edge with cheese. And then here's the kicker. You're going to take a hoisin sauce. Now hear me out. You're going, big man, this is getting extravagant. Listen, it's the fucking ultimate sandwich, right? You're going to take a hoisin sauce, and if it isn't inside one of the bottles with a nozzle on it, you're going to want to transfer it to a bottle with a nozzle, because this is important. And you want a thin drizzle of hoisin sauce across the top of that chicken. And then you put the top of the focaccia on, slice it in the middle, and you enjoy not only one of the greatest sandwiches ever, but one of the most taste sensations you'll ever have. And if you want a wee bit of crunch in there, if you want something a bit more textured, and you want to get some straws, potato straws, right? Think of those like those ready salted chips, the hard, crisp, wee chippies. Sprinkle some of them on for a bit of crunch. Robert's your feathers, brother. What a fucking piece that is. So there you go. Roasted chicken breast out the oven. Bit of salad. Bit of hard cheddar. Some potato chips. Mustard. Mayonnaise. And hoisin sauce. What a fucking piece. On a focaccia loaf. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Andy boy, what a question, mate. I hope you make that sandwich. What would you have? What would you have, listeners? Battlefield Army members? Recruits? What's your fucking favourite piece? get in touch, man. Let me know. Do get in touch with the show, but in all seriousness, you go to the website. All the links are there to social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. On Facebook, I am Scott Gibson Comedy. Instagram and Twitter is at Big Scott Gibson. As always, the episodes drop on a Wednesday, and on Wednesday night, 8:30 on Facebook, is the quarantine quiz. It is an online quiz. Live. We broadcast live on Facebook, and we're doing it every single Wednesday for the full duration of lockdown. So as you're listening to this, enjoy it, and then join me at night, Wednesday 8:30 on Facebook, for the quarantine quiz. Right, I'm looking at some other questions here, but I think we're going to save them for the Patreon episode that will be coming out this week as well. Thank you as always, everyone who's listened. Thank you to everybody who got in touch with questions. Douglas Anderson, David Exley, and Andy Boy. Thank you very much indeed. The rest of you guys, I will ask your questions on the Patreon episode, which will drop this week. So, like I said, head over to Patreon, sign up for as little as $5. Get yourself all the extra content. It's the best way to support the show and to continue to grow the Battlefield Army. Thanks for listening. A bit ranty, but hey, you know, that's the way it is. And episode 2 of Officer's Mess, the interview podcast that I do, will be coming out this week as well. Right, that's it. Nothing to plug other than that. No gigs. Nothing's happening. The world's on lockdown. Join the Patreon. Become a Battlefield Army member. You'll fucking no regret it, I tell you that. Because also, I'll say this before we go. I have some friends who are doing some things in Patreon. And we had a conversation today about trying to expand and do some things. And when I told them that I do an extra episode every week for my wonderful recruits, they almost fell off their seat. They're doing one a month. And I'm like, what the fuck? So just, you know, be thankful that your old dad is fucking pumping out the content. Alright? And you know what? It's quality as well. Absolute quality content. Because I'm fucking one of the best there is. So, thank you to everyone who got in touch. Thank you to everyone who listened. Subscribe, share it, grow the show, get on the YouTube as well. All the video episodes are on there. And look after yourselves. Stay safe, wash your hands and your arsehole. And I will see you in a battlefield soon. Onwards.